Welcome to Peg Tutor. Here we peg you on your route in all science subjects. So don't be scared. We are here for you, right? Okay, so today we are going to be continuing from conversion from order basis. This time we're converting from order basis in decimal to base 10. So let's assume you have 110.101 base 2 and you are asked to convert to base 10. So let's assume you're asked to convert this to base 10. Simply put, all you need to do is still take the same regular method of conversion, and that gives us 110.101 base 2 equal to, now take the same method like I said before, multiply constantly by 2, so we have 1 times 2 plus 1 times 2 plus 0 times 2, never mind the decimal, just continue, times 1 plus plus 1 times 2 plus 0 times 2 plus 1 times 2. Now, but this time you have only 3 digits before the decimal point. So note that, which means you have only 3 digits, 1 1 and 0 before the decimal point. Now this decimal point, just start your power. You know, we always allot our powers. Just start your powers. Positive powers will go to whole numbers, and negative powers goes to decimal numbers. So where did our whole number end here? Our whole number ends at 0, which is here. So this guy takes 0, 1 and 2. Then in our number line, when numbers are declining, 2, 0, 2, 1, 0, the next should be negative 1, the next should be negative 2, negative 3, and all that. So these 2 should take negative 1, negative 2, negative 3 as power. So while you're working, please put that into consideration. So we have here 1 times 2 raised to power 2. 2 raised to power 2 is 4, so we have 1 times 4 plus here 2 raised to power 1 is 2, 1 times 2 plus 0 times 1, because 2 raised to power 0 is 1, then plus, now this is where our problem comes. 2 raised to power minus 1 in indices is the same thing as 1 over 2 raised to power 1. 2 raised to power minus 2 in indices is the same thing as 1 over 2 raised to power 2. Or the last one, 2 raised to power minus 3 in indices is the same thing as 1 over 2 raised to power 3. So put that into consideration while working. So here we end here, so we start from here. So this will be 1 times 1 over 2 raised to power 1, then plus 0 times 1 over 2 raised to power 2, then plus 1 times 1 over 2 raised to power 3. Now let's go. That gives us 1 times 4 is 4, plus 1 times 2 is 2, then plus 0 times 1 of course is 0, so that's no problem, plus, so 2 raised to power 1 is 2, remember, so we don't have any issue with that. So we have 1 times 1 over 2 here, which is 1 over 2. So we have 1 over 2 here, then plus, of course this is 0, so no need cracking our head, 0 here, then plus this last part, 2 raised to power 3 is 8, which means we are going to be having 1 times 1 over 8, which is still 1 over 8. So we have 1 over 8 here. Alright, so we move forward. 4 plus 2 is 8. Those are the only 2 whole numbers we have here. So we have 8 plus 0 not inclusive, 0 not inclusive. So we're having 1 over 2 plus 1 over 8. We can assume this as 8 over 1, 1 over 2, 1 over 8. And then we'll find our LCM. LCM of 1 to 8 should give you 8. I have 8 here, over 8 into 1 will give you 8. 8 times 8 will give you 64. So we have 64 here, plus 8 into 2, or 2 into 8 will give you 4. 4 times 1 will give you 4, plus 8 into 8 is 1. 1 times 1 will give you 1. So we have 64 plus this will give you 68, plus 1, that gives you 69, all over 8. So you divide that. That gives you 8.6 base 10. Now let's take another example. Example 2. Convert 123.21 base 4 to base 10. Let's do this. That will give me 123.21 base 4 equal to, remember what you have to do, multiply constantly by 4. So we have 1 times 4 plus 2 times 4 plus 3 times 4 plus 2 times 4 plus 1 times 4. So this gives us, note your whole numbers, 1, 2, 3 is your whole number. So we'll go 1, 2, 3. So which means this 4 will be raised to the power of 0, 1, and 2. While the rest one, minus 1 and minus 2. So we go, this gives us equal to 4 raised to power 2 is 16. So we have 1 times 16 plus 4 raised to power 1 is 4. So 2 times 4 plus 4 raised to power 0 is 1. So I have 3 times 1 plus, of course, you know what to do here, 2 times 1 over 4 raised to power 1, and there you have plus 1 times 1 over 4 raised to power 2. So let's go to this. So this is 1 times this is 16 plus 8 plus 3 times 1, that gives you 3, plus 2 over 4, then plus this times this is 1, so 1 over 16 as well. 16 plus 8 will give you 24. 24 plus 3 will give you 27. So we'll have 27 here, then plus 2 over 4 plus 1 over 16. So here you look for your LCM. 27 plus LCM of 4 and 16 is 16 over this into this will give us 4. 4 times 2 is 8 plus 1. So that will give us 27 whole number 9 over 16 as our answer to base 10. Don't forget that. Of course, now do this by yourself and let's see what you get. You can pause the video and do it. Okay, so let's see what you have done. If you are correct, so we have 741.12 base 8 is equal to, so we have 7 as usual times 8 plus 4 times 8 plus 1 times 8 plus 1 times 8 plus 2 times 8. So remember there are 3 digits before the decimal. So we have 1, 2, 3. So here will be raised to power 0, 1, and 2. Here will be minus 1, here will be minus 2. So here you go. 8 times 8 is 64. So we have 7 times 64 plus 8 raised to power 1 is 8. So 4 times 8 here plus 8 raised to power 0 is 1. So we have 1 times 1 plus, now here we have 1 times 1 over 8 raised to power 1, then plus 2 over 8 raised to power 2 times 1 over 8 raised to power 2. So here we go. 7 times 64 is 448 plus 4 times 8